Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I wanted to start a little earlier, but I wasn't able to make it. We have two cognac brandies that were introduced the company's founded in the 1800s. We'll get to why I'm holding my breath on that. Here is Biscuit from Biscuit VS. Very special, 3-star brandy. But VS really means like very standard. It's a young 2 to 4 year age brandy is what it really is. Dust on this bottle. Just dusted the house. All right. You can see the 3 stars. See, in England they'll call them by stars. 3-star brandy is VS. France they use VS. Very smooth. It's more of the modern way of of determining it. This bottle is from 1954 and it was given to me by my next door neighbor, Amy. Thank you for this. What a deal. 67-year-old bottle. 40% alcohol. This is Remy XO. The company was founded in 1886, but the extra old XO was introduced only in 1990, so it's only been around 31 years, okay? So they've been making Saint Remy brandy, the VSOP you see everywhere. VS, they don't really sell that around here. You can get VSOP at Walmart. But, or did they even sell a VS? Product of France, French brandy, but not cognac. It's not made in the cognac region. It's produced by a company called Remy-Cointreau. Cointreau makes that orange liqueur. Since 1886, Saint Remy has created brandies through the selection and distillation of wines sourced exclusively from French vineyards. Aged in small French oak barrels, Saint Remy XO is a brandy of character with complex aromas and rich taste. Recognized for its elegance and roundness, it is best served neat, savored neat, on ice or in a classic cocktail. Well, how else are you going to savor it? They say you could have it neat or on ice or in a cocktail. Imported by Remy-Cointreau, USA, New York City. Imported to New York City. It's a dark brown bottle. It looks black. They try to make it look black, like the Hennessy black. But if you look carefully, it's really dark brown. Well, you may not be able to see that. If you take the Hennessy black bottle and you hold it up to light, it's actually very dark purple. All right. Let's see what. Well, let's start pouring it. Get the cork out. Until she gave this bottle to me, I'd never heard of Biscuit. But now I know it's been around for that long. And it's a mansion. You can go tour the mansion on the headquarters of the estate where they make the brandy in Cognac, France, in the southwestern part of France near the Atlantic Ocean. Daryl says, hello, Daryl Macias. Good morning, Ronald. Good morning to you. The price. Saint Remy XO, about $17 a bottle. Assuming you can find it. It's kind of rare around here. Pretty much everybody sells the VSOP. Walmart, Mathern's, Winn-Dixie, Total Wine and More, Martin Wine and Spirits. I think I found the XO at Total Wine. Well, everybody sells the VSOP. You might find the XO in the other variants. I've never seen those anywhere. In Hong Kong Market in Tarrytown probably has the biggest brandy selection of any store in Louisiana because that's East Asian focus there. And brandy is most popular in East Asia, like China, the Republic of China on Taiwan, Japan, the Philippines, and that. Okay, so Korea. So it's not as popular in France. Only 1% of the cognac made in the world is consumed in France. It's shipped around the world. United States, Canada, especially Latin America and Asia. Africa also, like Nigeria, the Guinea coast of Africa. But in Europe, it's kind of not too popular. In France, it's pretty much nobody drinks cognac. Nobody drinks brandy. So it's kind of thing they produce it, but they don't consume it. I mean, people drink it, but it's not common. Now you can see that the biscuit is darker. That's a deep copper. And that thing smells like wood, 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 wood. This one is copper, but it's not so dark. But it's dark. Poured a little too much, but it was an accident. James P. Madonna was telling somebody, I think Ronnie S., oh, he looks like he's pouring more than a shot. But it's not on purpose. It's just like, I mean, you try to gauge it correctly and it gets thrown off. If I wanted to pour the whole glass, I'd just do it. I would just say, I'm pouring the whole glass of each. I'm going to drink it all. Yeah, party time. I would go crazy. I would just admit it. But A, I don't want to drink that much. And B, I want to save it for future taste challenges. I'm trying to be stingy with the stuff, tell you the truth. Okay. Let's see what Bisquit-Dubouché is today. So if you look at the label now, it's still got the griffin. And there's all about, that's the family seal. And you can go, they go into all of this. Well, they don't show it on here, though. They have two eagles. But the old bottles don't have a griffin. Nice embossed bottle, though. And then it's painted here. The gold is painted on there. And then Saint Remy has a lion with an axe. And there's a thing on their website about why they use a lion with an axe. If you want to get their cognac, you get Remy Martin. So there's two branches. There's Remy Martin, which is only their cognac brandy. And then there's Saint Remy, which is the French brandy made outside of Cognac, France. But it's the same company, Remy-Cointreau. Realized with eau de vie, mainly from the Fenbois and the Bon Bois Cruz areas. Great on the rocks. With its radiant gold color and its black label, or now, but back then a gold label, it definitely won't go unnoticed. What you smell, a core of fresh fruits revealing smells of pear and plum, together with delicate floral aromas of and rich notes of spices. Well, I didn't really detect all that, but what you taste, softness and rich and freshness. Maybe not fresh in a 67-year-old bottle. Rare and intense fruity aromas enriched by the full notes of cinnamon and oak wood. Savor the VS, the right savor for a rich pleasure. And then you can look under our process, and it's all intricate about how they distill it, and they showing the grapes and their Vincent Chape, the ambassador, global ambassador. He's the guy that represents the company around the country, around the world. Jean-Charles Vicard is the cooper. He makes the barrels or repairs the bourbon barrels to get them ready for brandy. And they show videos of that and everything. Now, Saint Remy. Multi-award winning across the globe, Saint Remy XO, or we would say Saint Remy in English, Saint Remy. They say Saint Remy. Saint Remy XO is a rich and complex brandy. Its French aromatic intensity remains true to the style of the house. Notes de dégustation. Aspect. Ambre lumineux. On est des nuances rouges, subtleties, rouges, subtleties, et riches in English. A luminous amber ornament of rose subtleties and riches. Okay, I'm gonna go back to English. Luminous amber color tinted with subtle, rich red hues. Okay, that was basically what I was saying. Mature nose underpinned with delicate oak and vanilla aromas layered with hints of ripe fruits and honey. Palate, intense and aromatic subtle notes of wood and vanilla are enriched with flavors. They're writing for the English people. Flavors of gingerbread, candied apricots, dates, figs, and nuts. Now, you will taste that in these products, dates and figs and all that. The taste is subtly spicy and offers a long finish. And it's showing all the awards this won. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 awards. Going back, starting 2 years ago, back to 6 years ago. Gold, silver, and bronze. Saint Remy. Cécile Rudeau is a female blend master. And she succeeded another female blend master, Martin Pan. And she says about this, darker with a mahogany tint, almost red. Saint Remy XO is more mature with woody notes of ripe fruit, almonds, walnuts, dates, figs, raisins. On the palate, it is not at all aggressive. They're an impression of sweetness, like a treat. It's masculine, complex. While they're trying to translate to English, it's not, necessarily working out so well. So I can't find the VS because there is no VS. There's the VSOP, the XO. I ran out of VSOP. Sorry, y'all. There's a new one that just came out about a year ago or maybe this year. Saint Remy's Signature. You ain't getting that for no $17. You won't be seeing that for $17, I'm afraid. Now they have the Saint Remy Cask Collection. They got Chardonnay cask, Cabernet Sauvignon cask, dark rum cask from Barbados, Isla Scotch whiskey cask, Oloroso sherry cask, Sauternes cask. I don't even know what Sauternes is. Oh, it's French sweet wine. Barbados dark rum cask. Now, I never seen any of these, but they're probably popular in, like I say, like Costa Rica or Thailand or something like that. So, but look, it's like the same thing. You can get the biscuit for $30 if you can find it. $30. You say, well, I want to go better. I want to get a more age. I want the VSOP that's 6 to 10 years. Good. You're going to pay $60. You're going to pay $60. You say, no, I want to go higher. I want one that's 6 to 10 years. I'm sorry, the VSOP is 4 to 6 years old. 4 to 6 years old. I want the really fancy pants. I want the one aged 6 to 10 years. Because these things will range like that. They're not specific year. I want the XO. I want the Bisquit XO. Yeah, Total Wine and More has it in Texas somewhere for only $209.98, 99 cents. So $210. You heard me right. $210. Mike says, "G'day, Jay from Australia." Hello, Mike. Dusty the Chugster says, "Hey, Ron." Hello to you, Dusty. Maxwell says, "Good morning from the Russian Federation." Okay, so I got to watch it because the biscuit is a little darker. It doesn't get darker in the glass. So when it was put in the bottle, it did not get darker and it did not age. It only ages in the wood. In the glass bottle, it just gets old. Do they add color into these? They might. They don't tell you either way. VSOP, 4 to 6 years old. Is it going to really be that dark? Almost red? Seems kind of hard to believe, really. Now, if you get on the Saint Remy website, you better have a lot of time on your hands because they're going to show the whole history of the company, all about the distillery, how they had this fire or and then some disease broke out and killed all the grapes, and then all about the distillery and the history of the bottle design, how they claim they invented this type of bottle. They had the first black bottle, and it just goes, well, it just don't stop. Then they go into each distillery master, blend master, and then they show the cellars. Then they show, here's rush. But I guess brandy is for people that's not in a rush. If you're in a rush, drink a canned cocktail. Drink what's that called? It's the cognac flavored. In the can cocktail cognac flavored. From, God, what's that? They're pretty good, actually. They sell them around here at the convenience store. All right, let's go. They're usually 2 for $5. They run about 10% alcohol. So if you drink 2 12-ounce cans, no. Be prepared for trouble, because that's what you're going to get. I can't think of the name of that product, but I need to go back and get some more, because they always come out with new. Well, it seemed like they changed the flavors sometime. A lot of wood, a lot of figs and dates, and caramel and raisins. Are these more similar or different? They're more similar. Now, remember, one is a VS, which is only about 2 to 3 years old. So let's say about 3 years old. And the VSOP, the XO, sorry, the XO is about 8 years old. So is an 8-year-old versus a 3-year-old going to make a big difference? You would assume, but you don't know until you taste it. So here's the taste. Monaco cocktails. I knew I'd think of the name, Monaco cocktail. So go get a Monaco cocktails cognac. They call it the purple grape with the cognac. You could taste the cognac in it. Go get that if you're in a rush. Is it the best cognac? Sure, it's the best. That's why it's 2 for $5. It's the best. Now, some of these French brandies, they'll taste like turned fruit, meaning fruit that's so ripe it's starting to rot, go bad. I don't know why. This one kind of has that flavor. Now, you might say, oh, yummy. I can't wait to try that. Yeah, it sounds worse than it tastes. It doesn't really, it's not like you're thinking, but it is kind of like you're thinking. You know what's coming through on this, though? Grape leaves. You say, no, you've gone mad. Man's going crazy. Wrong. If you could have heard the man just 2 days ago, if you could have heard him, man. Hey, you're going to call the man crazy? Look, if you go to the Greek festival at the Greek Orthodox Cathedral in New Orleans, they have the stuffed grape leaves with the lamb. I guess this tastes like that. Maybe it's ground meat, ground beef. I don't know why it would taste like grape leaves. A little oak. Let's go over here. Haha. It's the biscuit. B for biscuit. I'm gonna tell you why I knew. It's the wood is so strong in it. So strong. It's a lot more wood. Now maybe it's hotter, and maybe it's a little more hot, a little burning. Now some people would like that. They say I like the heat. The alcohol burn is, because it's only about 3 years old. This one, the alcohol burn is much more subdued. It doesn't really exist. Actually, there really is no burn. It's smoother. So the XO, the Saint Remy XO, is a little smoother. It is smoother. And it's funny because this is an XO, their top level of the standard line, and it's only like $18. And the biscuit, their base model is $30. Is it because it's a higher grade all across the board? It does taste like it's a higher grade all across the board. The wood flavor is so rich. Now, could it have been because the cork was dry rotted and fell into the brandy and it's still in there? No, look how clear it is. We filtered it through a coffee filter. All we did was take a coffee filter, right? And then we had a funnel and we poured the brandy back in and it dripped through, and then the coffee filter had all the cork in it. I just think that it's a higher hat product. It's a more expensive product, you know. I'm not saying Saint Remy is bad. It isn't bad. It's nice. But it's sort of like the French version of E&J brandy. You know what I'm saying? Or Paul Masson brandy. Just, excuse me, just kind of like, or Christian Brothers. That's your three mainline American brandies, and they all inexpensive, starting about $10. Paul Masson, the Christian Brothers, no longer produced by the Christian Brothers order. They just get a cut of it for the naming rights. They stopped producing it on their own in 1987 when Brother Theodore died. And nobody else wanted to do it and didn't know how to do it. And then you got the E&J. Now, what's better, E&J, Paul Masson, or the Christian Brothers? I mean, they pretty much on par one to the other. Now, in France, you got the Saint Remy. Everybody sells it around here. It's just a base model. You say, I want something more expensive. Well, good, then buy Hennessy, because you're paying for the name. Is Hennessy better than Saint Remy? I never had Remy XO, so I can't really say, but if you say so, you say it's better, okay, then it's better, but I don't really believe it. I mean, to me, Hennessy is fine. I like it. I had the Hennessy. I had the Hennessy Black, and I had the Hennessy VSOP Privilege. Lovely products. Very nice. I wouldn't pay no $109 for a handle of Hennessy, though. VS. I mean, why would I do that? Courvoisier. I had the VS. Is Courvoisier nice? Yeah, sure. I like it. It's the second best-selling cognac. Is it really worth the money? I didn't see that it was worth the money. But then we could say that about whiskey and everything. You know, they usually, you get the name brands that everybody knows about, the price is going to be high. I didn't say that in an accent high. I know you didn't. Good morning, Ron, says B Aviation. Good morning to you. I wish our booze was so cheap here in Australia, like in the United States. It's insanely expensive here. I know, it's terrible. We can get a 30-pack of beer for $19.96 or less. I can get whiskey for $7. Blended whiskey, $6. True story. But Australia, you got to pay for all. But you see, you got to pay for all the free government stuff. I've had Canadians tell me that. Well, we have free healthcare. You don't, do you? You have to pay for your healthcare. I say, you're paying for it. And the Canadians get angry. What do you mean? I said, well, don't you have exorbitantly high taxes and extremely high fees for everything? Well, yes. I said, well, because that's to pay for the free stuff. It's not free. The government of Canada does not have any money. They don't have a job. The government doesn't have a job. It's not a person. It's an entity. Where does the money come from? Oh, guess what? You. In Australia also. You don't get it free. You're paying for it. But people are ignorant, you know, and they say, oh, well, you have to pay $100 a year for this service. But in Australia, it's free. Yeah, but you're paying $100 more in taxes for the service that we pay $100 for up front. It's the same thing. Get a grip. Wake up. Smell the brandy. I heard your name was Jay from Swillengrog, or is it Ron? Well, Jay is my middle initial. Ronald J. See what I'm saying? Catch my drift? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So people say Jay instead of Ronald. Are you drinking spirits in the morning? I would never drink liquor in the morning. I have enough self-control and personal decency. I'm just tasting it. You know, I'm tasting the brandy. What's the price of a beer here? $10 in the United States for a beer? A single beer? Well, I mean, if you go to a bar, sometimes they'll have specials like draft, $2 draft, Pabst Blue Ribbon on draft for $2. Now it's probably going up to $3 with the government-induced inflation. But yeah, you could find Imperial pint, which is like 19 ounces, or 600 milliliters for $2.50. A happy hour, between 4 and 7 p.m. when people are getting off work. Cheers says Drewski Brewski. I'm sorry, Brewski Drewski. He had to change his name. Cheers to you. 30-pack of Bush is about $16 in Michigan, but you have to add on $3 for deposit. So then you're paying the same as Louisiana. We don't have deposit in Louisiana. There's no such thing. Doesn't exist. In Indiana, you got to pay more for cold beer than hot, unchilled. Louisiana has no such rule. There's no such chilled beer price or deposit and anything like that. Whatever the price you see is the price you pay, unless it's one of those cost plus stores. But that's easy to figure out. They just add 10% to every product across the board, and then sales tax. So if you go and they got something for $10, well, 10% of that is $1, so it's $11 plus tax. So, we had a cost plus store right here. I used to go there every day almost, but the Hurricane Ida destroyed it, ripped the roof off, and all the water came in the store and the ceiling fell in. And I don't know when it's going to reopen. I miss my Food for Less. I used to get some good beer over there. Not liquor, but they had good price on everything, including cigars. B Aviation says a 30 rack here is $68. $68. That's insanity. In Canada, it's $40 for 35 pack. That's sick. That's evil. Well, you get what you pay for, and you pay for what you get. In other words, if you live under the illusion that you're getting stuff for free, let me assure you, it is an illusion. And what's even worse, sometimes you're getting it and other people are paying for it. They're charging people with more money a higher tax rate, which is discrimination, and then you're benefiting from it. So it's almost like you're stealing their money, which is not right. All right. But then we get $3 back, and it's kind of an event taking cans back. Sounds more like a pain in the butt. Caribou, says Matthew Phoenix. Caribou. Canadian whiskey? I've seen that. All right. Well, anyway, this has been a fun taste challenge, but honestly, it wasn't much of a challenge, I have to admit. Now, what tastes better? Look, the Saint Remy is nice, and for $18, it's a great value. You may as well buy it. I mean, enough's enough. And you're paying for the import, and the shipping all the way from France. You're paying $18. You get in a bottle, and it's nice. It's aged about 8 years. But it's kind of bland, and there's not a whole lot going for it. It's not going to change your world, But it's fine, it's fine. Now, but I just didn't get Paul Masson Grand Amber. Tell you, Paul Masson, we'll scratch that. They don't make a Paul Masson XO. Okay, I'll get E&J XO. They do make an E&J XO. But wait a minute, I'm not saving any money because that's like $15. So I'll save $3. Yeah, save $3 and get a California XO brandy. And it's just as good, maybe better, maybe worse. It's about the same. Now, but the Bisquit is obviously a much higher grade, even at the low grade. So their VS is so good. Taste challenge number 6 in my records, about 900 to go. Oh yeah, B Aviation is going to make a catalog of how many I got right and wrong. He said, I got a month off of work or whatever. I got time. I said, no, you're going to need years off of work to catalog that. Years. So don't even try doing it. Okay, but the Bisquit-Dubouché is clearly a much higher grade product. And I would say much higher grade than Hennessy VS. But, it's about the same price as Hennessy VS. In other words, it's expensive. So I guess in a way it's an unfair taste challenge because I'm taking a super premium product, Bisquit, and I'm putting it up against ordinary products. But that ain't really my problem because somebody gave it to me and I'm not about to waste it. So, I mean, I guess it is my problem. I got to do the challenge, but it's not a terrible problem. So, you know, like I said, to close it out, with the Bisquit and Dubouché VS, VSOP, and XO, you're looking at $30, $60, and $210. I mean, we're talking about big money goes around the world. Hennessy, 99% of the people drinking the VS. You want to start laying out some good money? Get the privilege, the VSOP. It's much better. You want to really start laying out some dough? Get the black. Okay, now it's big time. But that's just a start. That's just the beginning. That's child's play. You want to start really playing, getting serious with Hennessy. Now you got to step up to their super high grades. If you look on the website, we're talking about all of those together, probably make up 1% of the sales. But now we're talking about $200, $300, $400, $500 a bottle, and it gets worse. You know, like we talking about the Saint Remy for $18. Man, look, they got a Remy Martin Louis XIII. That's $39.99. You said that's not too much, $39.99. No, it's $3,999.99. $3,900. Now, when you're buying something that high, you can start negotiating. You can go into a store and say, see, you got that Louis XIII for $3,900. That's the price. Tell you what, I give you $3,400 right now. Out the door. They say, all right, they make that deal. You know, so it's like buying a car. They'll negotiate when you're talking about that kind of money. We pay heaps for everything, and I don't have health care. So $15,000 out of pocket for knee surgery. You have to pay private health, plus you pay a lot for alcohol. Yeah, it's terrible. Nothing free. I need to move to the United States. Yeah, come on over. There's alcohol aplenty here, says B Aviation. There's alcohol aplenty and a lot of alcoholics, unfortunately. All right, anyway, $40 for 25 cigarettes. Yeah, you can get 20 cigarettes in the United States still at, they're cheap ones like the Edge. But you can get those for $3.25. Now you might be coughing up blood after 2 packs, but you can get them. Now negotiation is a lost art. Now for me, should have seen me at that car dealership back in September. It worked out to perfection. Have you ever negotiated for a price of liquor or beer? No, I haven't. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll be back later today with Bisquit and Dubouché VS versus Ciroc VS. And Ciroc is $30 as well. And Ciroc's going to lose today. Ciroc will lose this challenge. I guarantee it. Or like Justin Wilson would say in his pretend Cajun accent, I guarantee it.